Hi, I'm Carissa Liu and I am a Chinese American. I was adopted from southern China when I was 5 months old, and now I live in California. I was raised in Orange County, and that's all I've known since I was 5 months. So Mao Zedong, the current ruler, made a rule called the one-child policy, and that required every family to only have one child, and if you had over one child, then you were fined and all of these different things that made it a lot more difficult to have more than one child. I think that my birth mother gave me up because I probably have a sibling, and what she did is she left me at the gates of my orphanage to ensure that I would be safe. I grew up just thinking that was kind of normal, that babies came from China. Parents got them from there, and growing up that was kind of difficult for me when I learned about other people's stories and how there was a certain family structure. Obviously a lot of people have a mom and a dad and sisters and brothers, and I was always kind of envious of that, and I didn't understand kind of why I didn't have it. And it's not that I didn't love my mom or my father figure Richard, but it was just kind of like what made me so different that I was in that structure and that other people didn't have that. So I feel like me personally, I didn't identify with one certain race, because sometimes I'd be like, well, I'm adopted. I came from China. I am Chinese. I'm obviously physically Asian looking, but I feel American. Like inside, I have all these customs and beliefs that are coming from Southern California where I grew up. And I didn't really understand how to meld those two worlds together. So my sophomore year, I had this opportunity to volunteer at an orphanage at a foundation called Half the Sky. And that totally revolutionized the way I thought about family. I still kind of, in high school, struggled a little bit with my identity and culture. One, because I am Chinese and I don't know the language. And my mom always was like concerned that would be like a problem for me when growing up. What if I do have some sort of encounter where I should be able to speak Chinese, or like I would want to be able to speak Chinese just to like fulfill that part of my identity. After high school I wondered about it, and my mom kind of pushed for me to take a gap year, and so I didn't want to do it at all. I just wanted to go to college and be a normal student, but she wanted me to experience things outside of school and outside of like kind of the American plan, you know. After living there, I wasn't ashamed of being Asian anymore. Like when I was growing up, I was kind of like, why is my family so different? Why do I look so different? And I wanted to be white. Like I wanted to look like everyone else and feel like everyone else. And I think it's because I had this perception of Asian people and what Chinese people were. But then when I went there and I learned really who they are and like how they express themselves, it's so deep and so beautiful. Like they care about each other so much. Family's so important to them. Like tradition's so important to them. Like they're open to new ideas. They are super smart. They're humble, and they just have so many beautiful qualities that I never realized before. And I think going there and interacting with people from that exact culture helped me like identify who I was as a person and be okay with being Asian. And now I'm proud of it. Like I love being Chinese American. It's so like important that every individual embraces every aspect of their personality, and it all shapes who you are, and that's all about what culture really is. It doesn't have to be a specific race or place that you come from or location. It's just all those experiences shape you in different ways. And